Vandegraaff standing by right now with an update on the forecast. Gray clouds behind the Capitol Dome again, though, Brian.
Well, no, and we do have a pretty juicy air mass, and we've been reading reports from the Storm Prediction Center and from the Hydrometeorological Prediction Center, say that several times really fast, about just how much moisture content's available in the atmosphere. So we get some of these showers that fire off like we're seeing in some locales. We could definitely see some heavier rain and lead to some flooding issues later in the day. Right now, as we look across the city, you definitely see some blue peering through. This is Washington, Lee, and Arlington. Our friend Mr. Miller, 72 degrees right now. Those winds north-northwest at 10, so that westerly component can help push temperatures up. 72 where we should be this time of year, so that's right on the money. 74 Culpeper, Fredericksburg 63, 74 rather. Luray seeing some rain now. I'll show you in a second. They're at 63. 70 in Winchester and Hagerstown, 66 right now in Frederick. Cool over by the bay in Annapolis. They're at 60 degrees. Live radar showing some showers and slowly encroaching off to the east-northeast, getting a little bit closer just southwest of Warrenton, Culpeper, Page, Rappahannock, out towards Front Royal, southern Frederick County. And we'll be watching all this moisture that's down to our south kind of try to move a little bit slowly off to the east-northeast, head towards us. There's Remington, Culpeper, Sperryville, 522, 211, Luray, Front Royal, over towards Woodstock and Stanton, up along 11 and 81. So we are seeing some lightning, some thunder, some heavier downpours, and this energy is drifting off to the east-northeast. So we will see some waves of moisture off and on through the afternoon. So a mix of clouds and sunshine, and then periods of rain. Some of those rains could be heavy, and some flooding potential is out there and exists into the evening. I don't think we'll have the same level of severity as yesterday, but we could have some rumbles of thunder into the evening. We'll keep an eye on that and look ahead to the weekend coming up in a bit. I will tell you the weekend does have some promise for milder temperatures, and a dry weekend day possibly would be a nice change. Dave.
Brian, thanks. Closer to home, the cleanup continues around this area after last night's storms. They brought in some places, baseball-sized hail, flooding, and near hurricane-force winds. In many places, trees were knocked down, taking power lines with them. And some of those trees landed on cars. John Gonzalez has this look at the day after a night of frightening weather.
You know, here in some of these northwest D.C. neighborhoods, there is still debris strewn all over the place. And we've been talking to some of the folks out here telling us that, well, they saw lightning and felt thunder like they haven't in years here in this area. And take a look, this fence to this home here, no match for the massive trees that came crashing down, ripping down power lines along the way. The ground just so saturated from all that rainfall and the severe winds, well, it created quite a mess. And, well, if you think the fence is impressive, take a look at these vehicles. 3 cars with significant damage, 2 of them really a total loss. You have one vehicle, the moon roof is shattered. This vehicle here, we spoke to the owner last night. He told us he just bought the car a few weeks ago. It's in fact still has the temporary tags. Just a very unfortunate situation. You can see it is pancaked, it is flattened right now, and across the street you have a Nissan, same situation, tree coming down on that vehicle there. The good news is, fortunately, these vehicles were parked. No one was inside at the time, so no reports of any injuries.
The tree was actually rotted above the roots, and for some reason yesterday when I got out of my car, I said to myself, I hope the tree doesn't fall.
Look at your car now.
I pray that it's not total.
Another big problem has been the power outages in the area. At the height of the storm, thousands. Pepco reported over 6,000 power outages this morning. Dominion Power, about 1,000 without power, many in the dark this morning. But at last check, most of those homes have been restored. Back to you inside.
John, thanks. Coming up on 10 minutes after 3 o'clock, when we come back, chaos after that huge bike pileup at the start of a Brooklyn race. Malfunction that caused this mess when we return. Around here, nothing nearly so dramatic, but it's also 10 minutes after 3 o'clock, so there are more people on the road, more cars, more trucks, more traffic, and probably more problems as well. Jamie Sullivan has an update for us, and Brian tells us how much rain we might get tonight.